The Story of Thumbelina.
Once upon a time, in a tiny flower nestled in the heart of a magical garden, there lived a little creature named Thumbelina. She was no larger than a thumb, with sparkling wings and a heart full of wonder. One sunny morning, Thumbelina decided it was time for an adventure. She fashioned a backpack from a daisy petal and set off into the vast garden. As she wandered through the petals and leaves, she discovered a magical breeze that whisked her away to a meadow filled with colorful flowers. Amazed by the beauty around her, Thumbelina danced with butterflies and befriended ladybugs. But soon, she stumbled upon a group of sad animals: a shy bunny, a timid turtle, and a lonely fawn. Determined to bring joy to their lives, Thumbelina organized a magical garden party. She gathered petals to create decorations, made tiny flower crowns for everyone, and prepared a feast of sweet nectar and berries. As the sun set, Thumbelina and her new friends laughed, danced, and shared stories under the twinkling stars. The once sad animals felt a warmth in their hearts, thanks to Thumbelina's kindness and the magic of the enchanted garden. With gratitude in their eyes, they bid Thumbelina farewell as she was gently carried home by the friendly breeze. Back in her cozy flower home, Thumbelina reflected on her adventure. She realized that even the smallest creature could make a big difference by spreading love and joy. With happy memories in her heart, Thumbelina drifted off to sleep, excited for more magical moments in the days to come. And so, in the heart of the magical garden, Thumbelina continued to live happily, cherishing the memories of her enchanting adventure and looking forward to the endless wonders that awaited her each day.
The Story of Jack and the Beanstalk.
Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled amidst rolling hills and verdant meadows, there lived a young boy named Jack. Jack was known far and wide for his adventurous spirit and his heart full of dreams. Jack and his mother lived in a humble cottage on the edge of the village. Times were hard and they struggled to make ends meet. Their little plot of land yielded only meager crops, barely enough to feed them through the harsh winter months. One day, as Jack wandered through the market square, he overheard a conversation that would change his life forever. A mysterious stranger whispered tales of magic beans said to possess extraordinary powers. These beans, he claimed, could grow into a towering beanstalk that reached the clouds, where unimaginable treasures awaited those brave enough to seek them. Jack's eyes gleamed with excitement as he listened to the stranger's words. Determined to help his mother and bring prosperity to their home, Jack traded their only cow for a handful of the enchanted beans, ignoring his mother's protests. That night, as the moon cast its silver glow upon the countryside, Jack planted the beans in the fertile soil outside their cottage. He fell asleep with visions of adventure dancing in his head, unaware of the magical transformation that was about to take place. In the blink of an eye, the beans sprouted into a magnificent beanstalk that soared high into the sky, disappearing into the clouds above. With a mixture of trepidation and excitement, Jack began his ascent, hand over hand, climbing higher and higher into the unknown. As Jack reached the top of the beanstalk, he found himself in a realm unlike any he had ever seen. Towering trees stretched as far as the eye could see, and colorful flowers bloomed in every hue imaginable. But it was the sight of a grand castle perched atop a distant hill that truly took Jack's breath away. Determined to discover the secrets hidden within the castle walls, Jack pressed onward, his heart pounding with anticipation. Along the way, he encountered a mischievous goose that laid golden eggs, a magical harp that played melodies that stirred the soul, and a fearsome giant who guarded the treasures of the castle with ferocity. With quick thinking and cleverness, Jack outwitted the giant, securing the treasures that would bring prosperity to his family for years to come. But as he descended the beanstalk, laden with riches and wonders beyond imagination, Jack couldn't shake the feeling of longing for the simple joys of home. As Jack reunited with his mother, their cottage was transformed into a place of abundance and joy. The golden eggs provided sustenance, the magical harp filled their home with music, and the treasures from the castle ensured that they would never want for anything again. But amidst the splendor of their newfound wealth, Jack and his mother cherished the simple moments together, knowing that the greatest treasures of all were found not in gold or jewels, but in love, family, and the bonds that held them together. And so, with hearts full of gratitude and dreams fulfilled, Jack and his mother lived happily ever after, their story of courage, adventure, and the magic of believing in the impossible forever etched in the annals of time.
The story of Sleeping Beauty.
Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a beautiful princess named Aurora. Known throughout the land for her enchanting grace and kindness, she was adored by all who knew her. However, an ominous prophecy hung over the kingdom, foretelling a curse that would befall the princess on her 16th birthday. Aurora's parents, the wise and benevolent King Stephen and Queen Leah, were determined to protect their beloved daughter. To counteract the curse, they enlisted the help of 3 good fairies, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. Each fairy bestowed a gift upon the princess. Flora granted her the gift of beauty, Fauna gave her the gift of song, and Merryweather, in an attempt to thwart the curse, bestowed upon her the gift of eternal slumber rather than death. As Aurora grew older, the fairies watched over her, ensuring that she remained safe and happy. The princess, unaware of the impending danger, lived a charmed life within the walls of the castle. On the eve of her 16th birthday, the entire kingdom was aflutter with excitement. The castle was adorned with flowers, and a grand celebration was planned. However, lurking in the shadows was the evil fairy Maleficent, who had not been invited to the celebration and harbored a deep grudge against the kingdom. As the festivities unfolded, Maleficent made a dramatic entrance, cursing Aurora to prick her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel and fall into a deep, unbreakable sleep. The fairies, desperate to protect the princess, used their magic to alter the curse. Instead of perishing alone in her sleep, Aurora would be joined by the entire kingdom, allowing her to awaken only with true love's kiss. In an effort to keep the princess hidden from harm, the fairies whisked Aurora away to a secluded cottage deep in the woods, disguising her as a common villager. There she lived a simple life, unaware of her royal heritage and the impending curse. Despite the fairies' best efforts, fate played its hand, and Aurora encountered a mysterious young man named Philip in the woods. Unbeknownst to her, Philip was the prince of a neighboring kingdom, and the two fell deeply in love. As the fateful day arrived, Maleficent's curse unfolded. Aurora, now aware of her true identity, found herself facing the spinning wheel in the castle's tower. She pricked her finger and succumbed to the curse, falling into a deep slumber. Heartbroken and determined, Philip embarked on a perilous journey to save his true love. Overcoming Maleficent's dark magic and facing numerous challenges, Philip reached the castle. With true love's kiss, he awakened Aurora, breaking the curse that had plagued the kingdom. The reunited princess and prince returned to their respective kingdoms, bringing joy and prosperity once more. The tale of Sleeping Beauty became a legend, a reminder of the enduring power of love and the triumph of good over evil in the magical realms of fairy tales.
The story of Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. Once upon a time, in a magical kingdom, there lived a beautiful princess named Snow White. She had skin as white as snow, lips as red as roses, and hair as black as ebony. Snow White's stepmother, the wicked queen, was jealous of her beauty and ordered a huntsman to take her deep into the forest and ensure she never returned. Lost and alone, Snow White wandered through the enchanting forest until she stumbled upon a quaint cottage. To her surprise, the cottage belonged to 7 dwarfs: Grumpy, Happy, Sleepy, Bashful, Sneezy, Dopey, and Doc. The dwarfs were initially startled by Snow White's presence, but they soon realized she was in need of help. They welcomed her into their home, and Snow White, in turn, became their friend and caretaker. Each dwarf had a unique personality, and they formed an inseparable bond with the kind princess. Meanwhile, the wicked queen, discovering that Snow White was still alive, concocted a plan to get rid of her. Disguised as an old woman, she tricked Snow White into biting a poisoned apple. The dwarfs, devastated by the sight of their friend in a deep slumber, placed her in a glass coffin. A prince passing through the forest heard of Snow White's plight and decided to investigate. Seeing the beauty of the sleeping princess, he couldn't resist giving her a gentle kiss. True love's kiss broke the evil spell, and Snow White woke up, surrounded by the grateful dwarves. The wicked queen's jealousy led to her downfall as she met her just deserts. Snow White, now with the dwarfs and her prince by her side, lived happily ever after, their friendship and love overcoming the challenges they faced. And so, the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs became a timeless tale of kindness, friendship, and the triumph of true love. The story of Beauty and the Beast.
Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a kind and beautiful young woman named Belle. Despite her love for books and dreams of adventure, Belle's life took an unexpected turn when her father stumbled upon a mysterious castle in the enchanted forest. The castle, once grand and beautiful, was now cursed, and its master, a beast, was a prisoner of his own appearance. When Belle's father plucked a rose from the castle garden, the beast appeared furious. To save her father, Belle offered to take his place as the beast's captive. As time passed, Belle discovered the beast's kind heart beneath his fearsome exterior. Despite initial apprehension, they found friendship and eventually love. The castle's magical inhabitants, once household objects, were touched by Belle's kindness and hoped for the curse to be broken. True love prevailed, breaking the curse that bound the beast and his castle. The beast transformed into a handsome prince, and the once inanimate objects became human again. Belle and the prince ruled the enchanted kingdom, teaching everyone the profound lesson that true beauty lies within. And so, in the village, the tale of Beauty and the Beast became a timeless reminder that love and kindness can break even the most enchanting of curses.